Hey everyone, and welcome back to Diecast Made Beautiful. It's been a while since I put out a video that was kind of staged and ready and looking better. And I finally managed to put together a space that I can really lay cars out and show them to you guys. And I'm hoping to use this more in the future with additions to the collection and such. I've got a lot that I'm looking for, and I'm really going to try to commit to making videos more often. So you guys can expect more from this channel as time goes forward, as well as the Instagram for this channel, which is Diecast Made Beautiful. Always link below, all that, and always go check out my my official real car channel. That's always linked below as well. But today I thought I would show you guys, I just recently got back from a road trip, and I thought I would show you guys everything that I got. So I always look for Hot Wheels when I'm on a road trip. I like to road trip a lot. I like to travel a lot. So I'm always looking for stuff when I'm out and about. And some of these I picked up at various stores here and there. Some of them I got from antique shops. I have a couple other ones that are off screen that didn't quite fit. Actually, now that I'm recording, I can kind of see we can fit this Triumph TR6 over here. And we can, this little box truck I got for free, so we'll keep that over there in the corner. But the rest of these here are all the ones that I got. Oh, wait, I just remembered one more. The Lancia. Okay, this officially now is everything that I got on my road trip. So I figured today we'd go through them. We'd make kind of like a little haul video. I open all of my diecast. I don't like to keep them in the packages unless there's something super rare and valuable like a super treasure hunt. But otherwise, I like to open at least one of every single Hot Wheel that I get. And otherwise, I like to keep everything unboxed, and then some of them I have one version in the box and one out. So that's the only other exception for keeping anything in the blister. The rest of the time I open them. So I thought we'd start off with the premiums, because the premiums were the big thing that I was focusing on this trip. And you can see that there are a few Team Transport models, and you might not see all the trucks here. The trucks didn't fit on screen, so we'll just go through the trucks first. We did finally pick up this 787B with the eFinny truck. I had one of these in a previous collection, and they are total peg warmers, so I was just procrastinating getting another one for just such a long time. And I'm super stoked to have another eFinny 787B. The Le Mans car collection has been getting really awesome lately. I've got that Porsche 962 up on the top shelf here, and I've got this 787B as well as the black one. We'll put that truck off to the side. Just take a look at this. This is just super nice. And it's got the piece that comes off the back. I don't really take it off that often because I think the gap gets a little bit bigger each time you do that. So I just try and keep it on there. But super cool with the mismatched wheels. We've seen these before, but still always a cool one to pick up. I just didn't have one in this current collection. And then you see this Beetle here. This kind of Baja Bug. I actually really like this. I'm not usually one for kind of rally cars and such, but I had to pick this up just because the truck is so cool. It's got the extra tires on top, flatbed, and the Beetle fits right on there. And it's just a nice pairing. It looks really good. I love the graphics on there. So that's awesome. And then this was not technically a Team Transport series. This was a truck that came in a box set that I found at Walmart. There's a video on my channel about unboxing that right after I found it. So here's the truck for that. Just kind of your basic flatbed. I think it looks really good in those colors, though. I think they did a great job with that. And that set came with some of my favorite models. I'll go least favorite to favorite here. We've got this kind of Zamac Jaguar E-Type lightweight. Very cool. One of two E-Types that I picked up on this trip. Looks absolutely phenomenal. And I say least favorite, I'm just saying out of these three, and that's not saying much because all of these are absolutely fantastic. The car culture sets have just been unreal lately. And then we have this Mercedes 300 SL, which also came in that set, that box set. Just incredibly detailed, having the taillights and everything on there. I love these. I need to get the other Team Transport. I had one in a previous collection, and and I sold that collection, so I need to go get another one to go with this. But I love these 300 SL releases. They're just incredibly detailed and really, really cool. And then my favorite. I've been wanting one of these for years to have this casting, which is the Porsche 917 KH. I think this casting is just absolutely phenomenal. I love the Gulf Racing colors. Just such a classic look for the 917. Easily one of my favorite Le Mans cars ever. Goes really well with those 787Bs and the 962 that I have up top. I'm super stoked on that one. Get that off to the side there. All right, more premiums. We got this Porsche 934.5. Is this like the RSR? I'm not entirely sure. The racing class, but 934.5, really cool premium race car. Love kind of the turbofan looking wheels there, and that big wing just looks so good. I absolutely love these Porsche race cars, just such cool design. And then the other E-Type that we picked up is from, I believe, the Car Culture British Classics or European Classics. It's also got the detail on the rear there. Everything's looking really, really good. I've been loving these E-Types, and I love this color with the stripe. That's just so classic. I have loved collecting classic cars. It's just so much fun. It's so cool. And then I believe this is the last premium I got. Yeah, and this is the E36 M3. These castings that are just kind of your plain color with your nice detailed taillights and headlights and all that such. They just look so good. I love these. They're just nice and simple, just nice and clean. Just an excellent casting. Super stoked to have found that. And then we get into everything else. So these ones are kind of special. These are my first two Magnus Walker castings that I found. We've got the 944 and the Chevelle with that Urban Outlaw decal on the side. I'm definitely dying to get my hands on more Magnus Walker cars. Just such cool designs. I love the whole Urban Outlaw series, everything like that. Super cool. Really love finding those. And then let's move on to, say, these wagons. Go back here. So I managed to pick up one of these gray wagons, kind of from that weird gray series with the gold. Really cool. Love me a 510 wagon. One of my favorite castings ever. I've got the other Momo ones. And then this Volvo. Again, a nice, very clean casting with detailed taillights and such. Just very detailed, very nice and clean. I love that. For a mainline, this is excellent. Absolutely excellent. Just nice and clean. And then probably my favorite wagon in real life is the Mercedes W123 300 turbo diesel wagon, and I love these things, and so I had to pick one up as soon as I saw a Matchbox, and this is just such a classic color for that wagon. If you've driven anywhere, you've seen one of these, and these wagons are just so cool. I love them. All right, now moving on. Let's see. How about these little? Since we're on Matchbox, let's look at these little roadsters. So we've got this Jag. Just such a beautiful color. The color really is what drew me to it. It's just so clean. I love that light blue. Having the taillights painted. I will say the detail on Matchbox is unreal. Having everything painted, everything detailed. They just look super good. Compared to some old Matchbox, kind of like this Ferrari F50, which I also managed to get. Yeah, that's a little bit less detailed than they're doing now, but the new Matchbox stuff is great. So let's get these off screen. And then probably my favorite Matchbox that I picked up this trip was the Aston Martin DBR1. I actually found this at O'Reilly's, of all places. But again, tons of detail, even the stuff on the side, and taillights. Really, really cool. Just a classic Aston Martin race car. Love those wheels too. They really, really suit it. That's a really cool casting. And then, how about these kind of like hypercars in the front? We got a couple Bugatti Chirons, as well as the new Koenigsegg Jesko. I already had the silver one, So I'm glad to have found the gray one. That's super cool. I love just collecting all the different colors. We've got the blue Chiron and the black one. I see that there's a light blue ID series one that's coming out here pretty soon that I'm definitely going to be looking for. But these are super cool to have. The hypercar collection has just kind of really slowly been growing. It's not really my biggest priority, but it's still pretty cool. These Ferraris I all found at different antique shops. So these two were on the card, but the cards were super beat up, and this one was just in like a glass case. So I picked up this F40. I'm really wanting to rebuild my Ferrari collection. So since Mattel lost the license with Ferrari, it's becoming a lot harder to collect them. Last time I was collecting Ferraris, they still had the license, and you could find them in stores and such, but you really can't now. So, super stoked to have found these. The F355 and the 250 are awesome. Just super detailed, super clean. I love having the plastic headlights on this one and the cutouts on the F40. Always super cool. Of course, these are less detailed than, you know, your modern Hot Wheel, because they're from the 80s and 90s, I believe. Probably all of these releases were in the 90s, but super, super cool. Super stoked to have found these. I'm going to get them off screen, though, so we can get these last few cars for you guys. All right, we're getting down to it. We got Datsun 240Z, my dream car, my favorite. I absolutely love these. I had a bunch of them in my old collections, and I really want to rebuild that collection because I loved having a lot of different colors of this, but this is my first of the custom 240Z that I've managed to pick up since then. This is the Nissan 300ZX Z32, and it's the blue one that I didn't have yet. I actually had found the Super before finding this one. So the Super was actually the last one on the pegs at Target a few months ago, and or maybe like a month or two ago. And it took me all the way up until now to find the regular 300ZX, which I think is pretty funny. It usually goes the other way around. But finally have that 300ZX. Looks super clean in that blue. I absolutely love that. And then the Triumph TR6 in green. I'm really looking forward to the red edition that is coming out for the Target exclusive. And then the blue one as well. I think there's a blue one, or maybe it's there's the black one and the red one. I can't remember if there... I feel like I saw a blue one somewhere, but I can't remember. I could be wrong there. But the green looks amazing. Love that. And then our last two. This was handed to me at one of the antique shops on my way out the door. They're like, hey, you want this? It's free. I was like, okay. And I actually have some extra wheels from some M2 cars that I have that I think I'm just going to put in the back of this. And we'll just have it be in the back of the display with a bunch of wheels and tires in the back of it. Why not? Kind of cool. And then the Lancia Delta Integrale, which I am so happy that these are coming back into the main lines. I've been waiting for a Lancia to come back in, and I'm going to be looking for the Team Transport Lancia that's coming out here soon because it's got the Gulf colors, and I really like that. But yeah, that's been kind of my little collection additions haul from the last trip. I'll put some of my favorites out here. Oh, let's not drop that one. Here we go. Just some of my favorite castings here that I managed to pick up on this trip. These premiums are just absolutely amazing. And let's get a couple others back in there. How about that Datsun and maybe a Magnus Walker car? All right. Well, there you go. There's that video for Diecast Made Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff. Follow the Instagram. I post regular updates on there, and I'm going to try and bring you guys more Hot Wheels collection videos as I pick stuff up. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what cars you'd like to see in the future, and I will see you guys next time.